Hello friends, I'm Professor John Gallagher, and on behalf of our students and our teaching assistants, I want to welcome you all to our Fall 2020 Boston College Swift Student App Showcase. Our students have been working all semester on their Zero to Full Stack course. They've completed their exams, they've built lots of apps from games to weather apps, a to-do list, a Yelp clone. Exams had our students creating a variety of apps including Pocket Fauci,
Coronavirus,
an app that delivers coronavirus statistics for all 50 US states and 6 US territories, and a Star Wars species app to nerd out and explore the Star Wars universe. Now, we had lots of fun learning real concepts through unconventional examples. I promised no hello world, no foobar, no Fibonacci sequence. Instead, we had our students build a Pokédex, an app listing all 900 Game of Thrones houses, an app to tell how alright Matthew McConaughey is. Alright. A Taylor Swift beef management routine that removes Kanye West from a party guest list. An Act Your Age routine that removes Lil and Young from the names of any rappers and MCs that are too old for those monikers. A Magic 8 Ball. A Dungeons & Dragons dice roller. And many, many more. Well, now it's their time to show you their original creations. Now, our class was held in person this semester where everyone was masked up. Our office hours have all been in Zoom. We've been working in Canvas forums, but now our students are home and ready to show their Swifty new skills. Many of our students had never taken a collegiate computing course before. Almost no one in class had built an app before this class. And while this is a first for most of our students, many of our former students have gone on to launch their own projects in the App Store. They've gained critical skills to launch entrepreneurial ventures, and they've secured engineering jobs from firms ranging from Amazon to Zynga. Now, the world needs more technologists, so please share your encouraging comments and supportive feedback in the chat, and if you're watching an archived version, in the comments section below the videos. Also, these are unprecedented times for job and internship seekers. We're sharing a special website so that not only can you find out more about our students, their apps, their projects on GitHub, but you can also find their LinkedIn contact information and you can follow up. So if your firm is looking for full-time hires or interns, please reach out. Anyone who gets through the intensity of a Zero to Full Stack course while taking a full load of other university courses and dealing with pandemic challenges would undoubtedly make a fast-learning, high-caliber team member. They have my endorsement. So thanks for coming out virtually to get to know our students. Before we start, a quick but deeply felt thanks to my teaching assistants. Our TA team includes Jolene Lozano, who's president of the Boston College Computer Science Society, co-founder and president of Make BC, the Boston College Engineering Club. She's been an intern at Sony, NBC, Google, and she's going to start as a project manager at Facebook this fall. Also, Jimmy McDermott, who's founder and CTO of the edtech startup Transio. This is a thriving multi-employee firm that helps institutions prepare students with life readiness skills, and Jimmy is also a contributor to the open source Vapor Swift server project. Chris Knapp, who's an incoming intern at PwC and has been vital helping out our students this semester, and Carter Borchetta, who's been working in another built at BC company, the ad tech firm Jebbit. TA team, I am so grateful for the work that you've helped me with, as are the hundreds of students that you've helped over the years. Thank you. Also, the ever-brilliant Kayla Pelland can help connect you with Boston College STEM students, and Dean Amy Donegan can help connect you with our management undergrads as well. Now, if you don't know how to build apps and you're so inclined to learn, there are well over 100 self-paced learning videos that are online at this URL. Dive in. If you do learn, take a photo, tweet it out with our iOS Code Crush hashtag, and you might be selected for one of the cool My Mac Builds app stickers as part of our weekly giveaways. Talented students, we hope to see you at Boston College. Talent-seeking employers, here is your pipeline. Now let's hear from the stars of the show, our student Swift developers. Giddy up!
Hi, my name is Jennifer Joseph, and I'm a computer science major at Boston College, and I am so excited to be showing you my app, Concerts 19, for all things concerts during COVID-19. So first, users will log in with their Google account and be taken to a home screen with all listed concerts with the artist names and an icon for whether it's remote or in person. Then there's an info button down here for a little bit more detail on the functionalities of the app. And I'll first take you through uploading a new concert. So let's say John Bellion is having a concert tomorrow for $5. His website is johnbellion.com, and let's say it's remote. I can save this concert and it will be added in order of when it's occurring. So let's say I want to update this, and he's actually going to be at Boston College The map will place us there, we can update it, and it's been switched over. And then to see others, let's say I want to go to the Two Friends concert. This has been posted by another user, so I can see how to attend and also get that ticket button. And then lastly, let's say I want to go to this in-person Justin Bieber concert. I can scroll down and hit the Get Tickets button, but because it's in person, it will give me a COVID warning and make sure I click OK and I'm aware of what I need to do to go to this event. And it'll take me to the link posted, which is his tickets. Thank you so much. I hope you enjoyed this app, and I would be really interested in continuing on with other app projects in the future. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Jackie, and the app I created for you today is called EagleEye. The objective of my app was basically to allow BC students to anonymously post funny stories and things that have happened to them around campus to like different buildings pages. I know there are a lot of Instagram pages where people can post anonymous stories for students, but I wanted to have a more centralized place and have people be able to more customize what buildings they want to follow, so they can follow their own dorm or they can follow lower dining hall. So it basically allows like posts to be more separated based off of like what they're about. So if we open my app right here, it starts with a Google login page. I'm going to sign in with my Google account, and all of my data is stored to Cloud Firestore. So I'm just going to log in here. And then our first page is a table view controller of all the buildings at BC, and they all have photos with them, and you can see I have a way to have user-specific likes. So every email will have their own set of liked pages, so you can sort buildings based off of the ones that you've liked, or you can do it alphabetically. And I can also change if I liked a building or not. So we'll put that back. But this is what the page looks like per building. So you have a table view of all the posts here. So when I look here, this is the default image if you don't want to put an image in. So this is a post. I can click on it, click on the post. And then this is one I made earlier, so I can edit the text field and change the punctuation. And then I can also like the post. And then you can see it updates the like count. I can sort the posts based off of most liked, or I can sort them by most recent. If I wanted to add a post, I can hit the add button up here. I could say, just put insert text here, and do that. And then I can add a photo down here with the image picker controller, and I can just choose any photo. I'll choose this one that I've already used. And so I can post that here, and it'll add it to the top. So, yep, that's the basis of my app. If I had more time, I would have loved to add another view controller that had a feed where out of the buildings that I liked, the most recent post that I have not looked at yet would show kind of like an Instagram scenario. But yes, that's what I would change if I had more time. But thank you for your attention, and I hope you enjoy my app.
Hey guys, my name is Sean Lee, and I'm a senior in MCAS studying computer science. So this was my first time programming in Swift, and I really love making something that I can actually use and show other people. So I decided to work on a workout journaling app that lets you create your own workout routine and track your progress. The reason for this is because there are lots of calorie trackers and like workout guidance apps in the market, but there wasn't any that kind of lets you create your custom regimes. When you first launch the app, you see this screen with a sign up button and a login button. And for this demo, I cleared out the database. So I'm gonna quickly create an account. And when you sign up, you're brought to this screen, the home screen. It's called Today. Here, because you're a new user, you don't have any data. And this is the main area where you can add, edit, and delete workouts. Let's say today is my leg day. I wanna do some squats, some leg extensions, as well as some curls. So yeah, the workouts that you add will be presented on the screen, and editing and deleting them is just simple. You can just press them, and I'm gonna do one more set. You can just press save, or you can just delete. And another thing you can do on the screen is to quickly record how your body is feeling or any special remarks that you want to make about the session. So here you see the notes area where you can press the add notes icon and just type whatever you want. And then if you want to edit it, maybe I want some cookies as well. And cookies after. Then your notes get updated as well. The next tab you can access is the Accounts tab. So here is where all your personal data is stored and shown. You can press edit and it basically enables the text field, and you can type in your date of birth and your height and weight. Just give a random number, and if you press done, the BMI and the total max, they are calculated automatically. The next tab is this progress tab, where you can upload photos of your workout session or your body and kind of track it every day and actually visualize your progress. So you can press record progress, photo library, and for the demo I've added some of the pictures that I took with my workout buddy, and you can add a picture and it shows the date, and when you save it is shown in a collection view. You can add more pictures, save, and to delete that you can press the picture that you want to delete and just press delete. Lastly, the settings page, you can edit specific aspects of the app. Right now it's just a dummy page, but each item kind of represents the next features I would like to implement and eventually provide to the users. So to summarize, Spot is your go-to workout companion. You can create your own workout routine and track your progress. I'm excited to continue working on this project even when this semester ends, and things that I can kind of see getting potentially implemented in the app are, one, some kind of social networking feature where you can follow and unfollow other people or see their own workout routines, and again the settings page to give users final control of the app. Lastly, maybe create a backend server to kind of provide custom APIs that will help users without any knowledge in fitness or weightlifting to create their own routines. So yeah, that's it, and thank you so much.
Hey everyone, my name is Zach and I'm a sophomore studying finance and computer science. So my app, I call it Hot Takes. Essentially what it does is it combines the ability to track your favorite college football team's scores, stats, and schedules, and it combines it with a social platform that enables you to talk with other college football fans about the games. You can send text and images and whatnot. So I'm going to demonstrate the app. It begins with a Google authentication for sign-in. So I'm going to use my personal email, and it'll bring me in. And it's going to prompt me to pick my favorite team. So, of course, I'm going to pick the Boston College Eagles, and it decks out the app in Boston College colors. So we can look at all the different games here that BC's played throughout the 2020 season. We can look at each game, like the Duke game, for example, where we had a nice win to open up the season. You can see all the stats. All the better stats are highlighted in bold. So yeah, we can look at every game from the season, the Clemson game. We can change our favorite team if I so desired, so I could change it to Army, for example. But I'm going to go back to Boston College, and this is one half of the app. And the next half of the app, you can send messages and pictures. So I had previously, as a test, sent the text message and the image, as you can see. So I'll send another one just to demonstrate. So I'll say hi. It is the same account, so it's the same name and everything. And then I can send a message. So I don't have many images on this phone, so I'll send this one right here. And it shows the image. And you can click on it to see it in greater detail. And you can look at all the text and interact with other users. So I think if I had more time in this app, and I do plan continuing work on this in the future, I would expand the user profile so you can follow other people and you kind of have your own timeline of posts like Twitter. And I also think I would implement a direct messaging feature to make the app a truly social app.
Hi, my name is Brendan Piccione, and here's my app HeatCheck, where sneakerheads like me can keep track of their inventory through scanning the barcodes on all of their shoe boxes. So the first part of my app is that you can sign in with Google Sign-On, which allows for each Google user to have their own collection of shoes as seen here. I then give the option to sort alphabetically and price from high to low. And if you click on a shoe, you can see more details on it. So here are some of the shoes I pre-added for my collection. And another piece of it is that on the navigation bar title, you get a nice reassuring message that you do have a fire pair of shoes. So one of the other interesting things about my app is the way that you can add shoes, which I'll show by switching to a new Google user to also showcase the different collections between users. So you go back, you sign in with Google again, and you see that now it's an empty collection. From here, I was able to scan one of my shoe boxes, and it uses a UPC API and allows for searching to another API that allows us to save the shoe to our collection. And then there's obviously the other way to add a shoe, which is just to type in the name and search in the search view controller. Works the same way. And from there, you can see your collection. Thank you.
Hi, I'm John.
Hi, I'm Alvin.
We're introducing Petal, the social media app for goal building. We wanted to make a social media app that celebrated our human journey rather than our perfection, and built empathy for people from all walks of life. Our hope is that this app builds a community for people to help each other achieve their goals. Let me explain how this works. Our creators in this app, which we nickname peddlers, create goals for themselves, with checkpoints along the way. Then they create engaging videos to demonstrate their achievement of each checkpoint. Petal pressers, or the viewers of the app, view the videos on their social media feed. If they believe a person achieved their goal, they press the Petal icon to validate that achievement. Once a peddler gets enough recognition, they unlock their next checkpoint and eventually reach their end goal. With all that said, now let's demo the app. So when you open the app, you're greeted by a feed of goal achievers based on your interest. Our users really into the environment, so they can scroll through the videos, and let's say they believe this guy did a great job composting. They can click the Petal icon here, and now they have validated Green Thumb Journey's achievement, and now they are one step closer on their goal. Additionally, we made this favorites page where you can organize your favorite topics. A user can create this list and then decide to either move something up on their list or down. Let's say you want to watch a video about recycling. You can click recycling, and now the videos with the hashtag recycling will pop up. And when you want to dismiss it, you can just dismiss the video.
Finally, we have our profile page where you can see your profile picture, username, followers, and your following. Then you can see your list of goals here. I already have one goal here, learning how to cook, but we can also add your more goals. So let's say, for example, a goal could be learning how to farm. Our sub goals could be composting, planting carrots, and planting corn. And we can save that and it'll show up in your view, and you can also edit your view. You can delete a cell, or you can move it up if it's more important. And then you can click into the cell and you can see your sub goals here. This is where you would put in your videos. So here you would put in your first video for your sub goal, composting. You would go into your video library and select your video for composting. And now it's just going to take a second to compress your video. So you can see your videos put in there, and you can't click on these to put in videos because you haven't received enough validations for your previous sub goal. And yeah. And moving forward, we would love to have more mentorship to help us make a more complete social media app. And that's Petal, the social media app for goal building. Thank you.
Hello all, my name is Chris Birch and I'm a senior in the Morrissey College of Art and Sciences, and this is my first app development course. I created an app called HandyCalc that saves and scores data on previous golf rounds while also calculating a handicap index. It also calculates some other relevant statistical information for golfers. The reason why I made this app is because in golf you need to purchase a gin in order to get your handicap every year, and I thought it would be easy enough to build an app that just calculates your handicap on its own, and therefore we have HandyCalc. So first you sign in through Google. On this first page is your statistical information page. So here's the handicap, the number of rounds you've played, your best round, and your average round. In future versions of this app, I would like to create a scrollable view with multiple or many more relevant statistical information for golfers. And then next up, we have our table view with all of our rounds loaded in here, saved in Firestore. And then if you click this plus up here, this is how you add a round. And then we can look up any course. Right now I'm in New Hampshire, and the nearest course is called Owl's Nest. And there it is, Owl's Nest Resort and Golf Club. And then you type in your score. So last time I played was a couple months ago, but let's just say I shot an 85. Played 18 holes. The slope of the course is a 135. And the course rating is a 74.2. Then you can save it right here. And then it'll show up right here. And then it's also and then I can also delete it. Delete current rounds or old rounds that I don't want in my handicap index anymore. And then I can go right here, and it deletes the information, deletes that round. And that's my app.
Hi, my name is Minogi Acharya. I am a senior at Boston College studying computer science, and the name of the app I built is called QuoteWall. So the idea is that you can post some of your favorite quotes, whether it's from music, from a TV show, from a movie, or life in general, and they get added here. And you see, so this is a fresh account, so all of the quotes that you see here have been posted by some of the other accounts, and you can click on them, you can like or dislike. And let me go through the process of adding a new quote. So I'm actually just going to add a test quote, and we're going to call it nothing exciting, said by myself. And the category, we will save that as life, and we will save it. And now when we scroll, we see it gets added to the list, so it's Minogi Acharya on test, and because it is a quote added by yourself, you can like or dislike your own quote, but you can also edit and update it, or in this case, I'm actually going to delete it because it is not the greatest of quotes. So with quotes posted by other people, again, as I mentioned, you can like or dislike, and when you like a quote, it gets added to your liked quotes. So when you click on this like button at the home screen, you see that the quote that I just liked and the quote that I liked before gets added on here. And then if you are interested in seeing all of the top quotes, when you click on this podium here, this is a rank of the top quotes of the app from all the users. So these are actually all of the quotes again, but ranked in the likes, ranked by their likes. So yeah, that's the basis of my app. Thank you so much for your time.
Hey everyone, thank you so much for being here today. My name is Lázaro Velázquez, and I am a junior at Boston College studying general management and computer science. I'm very grateful to have this opportunity to showcase the project that I've been working on and also show what I've been learning this semester. Something that I've been able to learn throughout my time at Boston College is to learn the basics of how the stock market works and also how company stocks are traded through the secondary market. For my project, I wanted to share this knowledge with users and also make it publicly accessible. My application is called To Invest, and it's a stock market educational app allowing users to learn the basics of stock trading with live market data. This data is gathered using Polygon.io API. It lists other publicly traded companies also with their stock price. When we open the app, we have three sections: companies, information, and about. Click on the company section will bring users to my company section. It is meant to be a list of the companies that they consider to be their favorites, but also companies that they want to keep a closer eye on. If the user taps Add, Polygon.io API fetches all the companies that are publicly traded. Obviously, this is a very large number with 2,447 pages consisting of 50 companies each. If we click on any company, it will bring us to a specific page about that company. Here we see the company name, their logo, information like ticker, currency, location, primary market, but also the most recent daily high, low, open, and close. If the user feels inclined to add this company to their favorites, they can do so by clicking here. And now this company will show up on their favorite company. Navigating this database can be something very difficult, especially with the large number, but users also have the option to search for the companies that they want to look at. For example, I'm a very big fan of video games, so maybe I want to look at GameStop. And when I do so, GameStop shows up. Here, once again, I see all the information for the company. I can add it to my favorites, and now the company is here. GameStop recently released their financial statements and they didn't do too well, so if I want to delete that company, I can do so here. Now the company is no longer here, and this information is always being saved to the user's device. If I want to look at other companies, for example, such as Amazon, the company will show up after I search for it. And I also want to add, let's say, Walmart. Now I have a variety of companies in my list. I can organize it maybe alphabetically, but also reverse alphabetically, whichever the user prefers. If I click on a company and maybe I'm not too familiar with what a certain term means, I'm not too familiar with what the company ticker means, I can also just return home. And here, like I said, there's a database of all the essential concepts that the user might need to understand in order to maximize the use of the application. Here we can see that the company ticker is meant to be an arrangement of characters, usually meant to represent the company in a market. Going forward, I want to improve the user experience and their understanding of a company by implementing a historical data feature, not only allowing users to see the company's present stock information. This can be done using a better version of the API that is not free to use, but with more resources that can be easily implemented. I also want to separate the information page into an FAQ/concepts question so that the information is easier to find and more readily available. Once again, I want to thank you all for being here today and letting me showcase my app.
Hi, my name is Marissa D'Antonio, and I'm in the CSOM class of 2022. The app I have today is called Student Planner, and it's a virtual planner for students, kind of similar to an agenda. So here's our landing page. If you click Go to Assignments, you can see everything I have stored in here from earlier. It's sorted by due dates, with the top being due soonest, and you can delete it as soon as it's done. You can go in and edit and change all of these attributes, and it will save. And then you can also add a new assignment. So say you have homework for OB December 30th. You can save that, and it will be in your slides. And then also we have a reassurance and a motivation sound for students because students tend to get a little discouraged. So we have reassurance and we have motivation. Thank you.
Hi everyone, my name is Alex Golden and I'm going to be showing my app called Stadium Stacker. This app uses an API called College Football Data to return information about different college football venues. So we start off with the basic splash screen, click to go to our main page, and we have a stadium list. This will show a list of the college football stadiums along with the capacity of each stadium. You can scroll through it. But at the top, we also have a nice search bar, which allows you to search different names of stadiums. As you can see, search our very own alumni stadium, click on the cell, and it returns information about our stadium in Chestnut Hill, Massachusetts. gives the capacity and the year it was built as well. Additionally, if we go back, we've got the Stadium Fun Fact page, which returns different fun facts about these stadiums in the API. You can click Random Fact and get something about a random stadium, as well as adding a fact. You can type it in there, add the fact, and if we hit Random Fact again, there we go. Go Eagles. I'd like to thank Professor Gallagher and all the TAs for helping me through this class. It was definitely enjoyable, and coming from someone with no coding experience, it was cool to be able to build all these apps. Thank you.
Audine Hagan, I'm a junior in the Morrissey College of Arts and Sciences. I'm majoring in computer science and minoring in math and accounting for finance and consulting. So my app is called Let's Go to the Mall, and its main functionality is to create a place where users can view information and input information about their favorite malls and stores. So why don't we sign out to get started, and you can hear the catchy tune that plays once you open the app. So the user is asked to sign in with Google, and you can use any account. And then once the user interface loads, the malls that have been saved to Cloud Firestore are loaded in. So you can see, let's click on Americana, and you can see the map view loads, you can see the address, its current status, if it's open or closed, and then you can see the hours. So using this map kit, you can zoom in to see the different stores. You can move around, and you can even see the user's current location. So why don't we click on one of these stores? So let's click on J. Crew. You can see that there are different price levels for this store, 4 being the highest, most expensive. You can see the store hours, and you can see reviews that other users have left. So there's also a website button where you're taken to Safari, where you can see even more information about the store and even do some online shopping. So why don't we return, and why don't we try to delete one of these stores. So let's delete the shops at Chestnut Hill. Done. And now we can add it again. So let's add the shops at Chestnut Hill. So why don't we save this mall, and then we can add a store. Let's add Uniqlo. And let's make sure that it's the one in Chestnut Hill. So you can see that no one has left a rating yet, that the store is currently closed. You can click on the website. So why don't we save this store, and then let's leave a rating. So let's give it 5 stars, and we'll say, love it, great, close. And then if we save this review, we can see it here. We can go back. We can even delete the review, and then the average rating goes back to 0. So why don't we save this? Let's return to the home screen. Now, what happens if you try to delete a mall that a different user put in? So if we delete this, it says you cannot delete data that you didn't post. Okay, so let's try adding another store. What if we add the Uniqlo that's in Soho, New York? That'll tell you that you cannot add a store to a mall that doesn't contain the store. So that's using the GMS autocomplete predictions and the viewport for the Chestnut Hill Mall. And then we can see back on this user interface that you can sort the malls based on distance or based on their alphabetical order. So if I were to take this app even further, what I would do is let the user, if the user were to click on a certain store, then they would be transported to the store detail page. I think that would be a cool thing to implement. And then something else would be that the user can add like another sidebar here, and they can save certain stores to their own account, so they'll be asked to log in every time. Thank you.
My name is Young. I'm in the class of 2022, and my app is called TravelMate. So the inspiration behind this app is to give you the advice and information that you really would like to know before a trip, but can also be used during a trip. So let's say you're planning a trip to the Grand Canyon National Park and you have no idea what to expect. You can search it, add it, and save it, which I've already done here. And you can look here and see user submitted photos. You can also see the map. But more importantly, you're going to take a look at this advice section. So I can see here that this piece of advice, parking advice, has 15 likes, and it's the most liked, which is indicated also by this segmented control here. So if I click on this advice, I can see that this user here left this information about the Grand Canyon National Park. And they say, don't park in the east lot. It'll save you a lot of time and money if you park on the west end. And so I might find this really helpful, especially if I'm planning a travel there. So I'm going to give it a thumbs up and press save feedback. So our likes here went from 15 to 16, indicating that I found this piece of advice pretty helpful. And so we can also filter it by the amount of dislikes. 5 people found this piece of information not that useful, so I probably won't take it into consideration. So it can be really helpful for people planning trips here. You're going to look at the ones that people have found the most helpful, and you can also leave your own advice. Another situation might be, let's say you're traveling through Grand Central for the first time and you have no idea what to expect. You might take a look here. You can see, what the train station looks like from outside. But also, I might be wondering what time I should get there, how to check the schedule, stuff like this. And I can see that here, 5 people found this piece of advice helpful. And so that's the general idea behind the app. You can also, sign in with different users, filter by alphabetical order or by distance to you. And so I think that this app will be really helpful in giving you the advice that is actually helpful and not wasting time filtering through different websites looking for information that might not be relevant or not even helpful. I think a next step would be to decide how to create this user interaction between people. So maybe having a comment section or a thread section that people can have a conversation in would be something to look into. But yeah, that's my app. It's called TravelMate. Thanks for a great semester, and stay safe.
Hello, my name is James Bonman. I'm a current sophomore at Boston College, majoring in computer science and mathematics. This is my app called Tonight, help you find different activities and what's around you. So first thing you do is you're going to sign in with your Google account. So it's going to ask me for my Gmail and pull it up here. This will allow me to load and save data specific to myself. And so the first thing I do when I pull it up is to show me all the different favorite activities I've selected in the past. And so these are all different things I've selected, but let's say I don't want to go to the gym anymore because I don't enjoy that anymore. So let's say come here, I'll go in, delete, done, and now it's saved. And I can also move these things around, and basically to get the different activities, you go to the 4th tab, and it's going to give you 20 different recommendations for you specifically. And if you find any of these 20 recommendations interesting or you want to learn a bit more, so let's say I want a little bit more about doing yoga, I come here, let's say I enjoy this, so I come in here, I can start this, and I can go back, and this will now be saved to my favorite activities. Let's say I didn't enjoy these, this will give me 20 more. By refreshing, I come down and I have 40 different options to look through. This will constantly give me different ideas and different activities to do. And so another thing you can do is just show you yoga's here. Another thing you can do is you come here, and let's say you want to find different restaurants, bars, clubs, entertainment, local events around you. You come down, select one from the tab. Say I want to find nearest restaurants in a 5-mile radius, and Google Maps will show up with all the restaurants around me. And so finally, the fourth and final feature is you can come here and select different things specific to BC students. So if you want to get tickets for sporting events, you want to join a new club, or you want to find transportation schedules. So let's say I click on transportation schedules, come down here, I want to join or look at the green line for B for Boston College. So now I come down here and I can see the route from Boston College to Park Street, find different times and different info. And so I very much want to continue this app in the future. One thing I want to do is keep everything within the app instead of having to go on Safari. And so basically what prevented me from doing that was Google actually disabled the APIs in doing so. Also in the future, I'd also like to continue and have in-app messaging between one person and another developed. So please reach out to me if you have any ideas or any ways to improve this or would like to collaborate, as I very much look forward to continuing this app in the near future. Thank you.
Hey guys, my name is Morgan Prime, and I'm a senior in the Carroll School, double majoring in finance and computer science, and this is my app, I'm Bored. The reason I made this app is because I can't tell you how many times I've wanted to watch a movie or a TV show, and I've gone on Google and I've searched where can I watch this show, and the results that it tells me aren't accurate. Like, it says it's on Netflix and it's just not on Netflix. So I made this app so people can help other people find their favorite content. So right now I'm going to sign in with Google, and it'll let you choose just any Google account. So I'll use my BC email to sign in. It'll bring you to the main screen, and on the main screen you can choose between movies and TV shows with the segmented control. So right now I'm going to look for my favorite movie, Interstellar, and it'll show you all the results loaded from the JSON with the name Interstellar in it, along with a quick description, the date, and the language it was made in. So I click on Interstellar, and you can see that there's been some reviews left by me about where you can watch it. So you see YouTube, Hulu, Fubo, Netflix, iTunes, and if you click on any of the buttons, it'll filter it down for you, so you don't have to scroll through the whole thing to see the provider that you want. And also it shows the date in newest to oldest. So right now I'm going to click on Netflix, and I'll show this review. The user me, service Netflix, date watched, and you can leave a little comment on the movie, maybe like more detail about where you found it or if you liked it or anything about it. So right now I'm going to leave a comment on Interstellar. So I'm going to say Netflix, but maybe I'll forget to write a comment. So I'll click save and it won't let you yet. So you have to write something and pick a date. So maybe I watched on December 9th and I'll say, this is a great movie. Save. And as you can see, Netflix, December 9th, it's right there. So I'll return to search. Now I'm going to search for a TV show. So Community. Another great TV show, and I'll show you all the results loaded from the JSON. Not all of them have pictures because the JSON doesn't have a lot of pictures. So here's Community, and I don't have any reviews for Community left, but maybe I'll leave one. I know it's on Netflix. I watched it the other day, so I'll say, this is a great TV show. Save, and it's right there. So yeah, that's how my app functions basically. And there's also a help page just if you need any help with finding anything.
So I'm Ramos, and I'm a junior here at Boston College studying computer science and minoring in management and leadership. And the app that I built is called My Running Log. And kind of the reasoning behind building it is I've recently gotten really into running. And I think that I just really wanted a place where I could record all my runs. And, you know, put information about them, have it all in one spot, kind of organized, be able to organize it how I want it to be organized. So that was the inspiration behind this app, My Running Log. So kind of to get into it. So first, when you first open it up, you sign into your account, and my account is already in there. And then when you sign in, it brings up the dashboard, which has all of the runs that you put in so far. It has the title of each run, the date of each run, and the distance of each run. And then you can click on each run and kind of add to it or see like a more full description where it has how you felt and the location of the run, where you can describe maybe if you went around your neighborhood, you could put that, or just whatever works for you. And then you can also add a completely blank one after you do a new run. And under here, you have the stats page, which if you click on it, it brings you to the total runs, the total distance of all of those runs combined, and then the average distance per run. So you can go back, and then you can also sort all of the runs, which is kind of a nice feature because sometimes you like to see the progression over time or over distance. You might want to click on the longer runs and see how you felt and see if you've improved. And then you can also delete runs and drag them around however you want if you want to organize them differently. So you can delete this one, click done, and then it'll still be all updated here, which is kind of nice. And yeah, so in the future, something that I want to do in this app is think about putting maybe like a map where you could actually track the run while you're running or have it sync up with.
Hey guys, my name is Mike Ryan. I'm a junior in the Carroll School of Management at BC, and the name of my app is Fairway Finder. The reason I built this app was because my friends and I really enjoy playing golf, and we're often looking for details on new golf courses to play. To quickly demo my app, you'll first log in with your Google account, and upon logging in, the app will then bring you to a page with a list of all of the different golf courses that have been uploaded by different users of the app. You can sort this list based on distance, rating, difficulty, and the score. And then when you click on each individual course, it'll then bring you to a page where you can see all of the different reviews posted by different users, as well as the average rating, difficulty, and score of the app. And let's say I wanted to post a review myself. I'll give it a rating of 7, a difficulty of 6, and then I'll input my handicap, which is essentially a metric for your skill level, and then I'll input my score and a quick note about the course. And then once you save this review, it'll be added to all the different reviews that have been posted for this course. Additionally, if you want to browse all of the different images that have been posted, you can do that, and you can upload an image yourself. And then lastly, if you wanted to upload a new course, you also have the option of doing that. If I had the opportunity to work more on this app, I would probably input a section where you could find the link to the golf course and then sign up for different tee times. Thanks.
Hi everybody, to all of those who are currently watching the Swift App Showcase, thank you so much for coming. We hope you enjoyed seeing all of the apps the students have been working so hard on throughout the semester. While we're unable to host this in person again, we are really happy to see attendees throughout the country attend this event. Of course, a huge thank you to Professor Gallagher for your unbelievable dedication and commitment to your students. I will say this every single year, but you have truly been such a tremendous support to everybody. And especially during the pandemic, we just really appreciate all of the hard work you have put into your classes. So a big round of applause for Professor Gallagher. A few wrap-up items before we end. First, we have 5 awards that we'll be giving out this semester. So first will be Best Overall App from a first-time developer. Second, Most App Store Ready. Third, Best User Interface Design. Fourth, Baldwin's Choice for BC-related apps. And fifth, Audience's Choice. So to everyone who is tuned in, make sure to fill out the Audience Choices form in the description below. It can also be found in the email sent earlier to this YouTube live stream. So we'll be announcing awards to the Swift class shortly to win some fun swag. Lastly, many of the students are still looking for jobs and internships, so definitely keep updated on our website, gallagherswift.com, also found in the description below. We'll be updating the website this month with the students' resume and their app information. Once again, thank you all so much for coming, and a big round of applause for the students as well. Really looking forward to seeing the students in this class move on to become app developers. And thank you all for coming to the event.